Welcome back to the Intersint podcast. My name is Kenise.
And I'm Mike. I had one of the coolest things happen this morning.
Okay.
Why are you so shocked?
I was going to say, how are you doing? Okay, go right ahead.
So, really random thing happened that's no one's going to relate to, but it made me happy this morning.
Okay.
I bought 2 mangoes at the grocery store. Already I can hear people like, what does this have to do with anything?
And why is this relevant?
They were the most ripe mangoes that I've ever bought. Like,
Button?
is that what I said? Is that what I said?
Yep. That's what I heard, at least.
The best mangoes I've ever bought. And it's just rare. Sometimes you get them like, they're just almost ripe, but they're not there. And it's going to take like 2 more days. Or it's like too ripe. And then when you cut into them, they look nasty on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
This is like perfect. Almost like spongy texture of a mango.
Ooh.
But it's like soft and
Like no hairs.
yeah, nothing. It was perfection. And it made me so happy this morning cutting into it.
It's the little things.
I was just about to say, it's the little things. And then I'm like, so I'm prepping my lunches, which is primarily just fruit throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to the blueberries. And to the blueberries, I only had to throw 1 out.
Oh, really?
Which is another huge accomplishment. Typically, it's like 5, 10, maybe a little bit more of that. I'm like, I hit the fruit lottery this week of like just the best fruits.
I mean, I guess it's summer, so that makes sense.
That is true. It just makes me want to have my own like fruit, like a blueberry bush would be so nice to have.
Ooh. This is where we go back to farming and homesteading. Millennials, you guys, we need to make this happen.
We need to learn how to cultivate the land. I don't know if you've ever seen those like shorts or TikToks or whatnot of people taking a fruit,
Mm-hmm.
like cherries or something, and then they take the seed and then they plant it and then it grows into an actual plant.
I think I've seen something like that.
I want to do it every single time.
I think I saw a video of somebody doing that with an avocado.
Okay. The one I just recently saw was a mango, which made me think about it.
Nice.
Which, did you know, like the inside of the mango, the white part,
Mm-hmm.
that isn't the actual seed?
No, you have to cut it open.
I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that was the seed, but no, it's like a pouch for the seed. I was like, oh, wow, I learned something.
Yay.
But yeah, that was my morning. Like I said, for most people, no one would care about that.
This is just going over everyone's heads right now.
I know, it made me happy. I was very excited.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad for you.
How about you?
Nothing to that level. I mean, I kind of wish something made me happy.
Nothing to that level of excitement in your day.
Nope. Have you seen anything interesting online lately?
So yeah. I now have a new fear.
I think I know where this is going.
Yes. We've talked about this, I think, a couple episodes back. I have violent sneezes.
You do, yes.
To the point where you have witnessed me launch myself into a wall.
Mm-hmm. I remember because you did that and there was a chair right there as well.
I forgot about the chair.
And you fell into the chair.
And for people, like, this was not intended. I literally just sneezed into the wall and fell into the chair.
Yep.
So, I think it was last episode too, we talked about this. With me sneezing loud.
Yes, I think so, at least.
I don't know why. I don't try, but it just comes out so loud. But there's an article of a 63-year-old man who sneezed so hard that his colon fell out of his body.
Oh, no. And I think you sent me that link too, and I read through it, and I'm like, this might be the future here.
This is my future.
Yep.
Like, I don't even know what you do in that situation. Just like, first of all, what happened? Do you just treat it like one of those, almost like a Chinese finger trap, and you just like push it back up in?
Ew. Ew.
It's crazy too. It's like, he said he was just sitting with his wife at a restaurant and then felt a wet sensation.
He basically gave birth to his colon.
Oh, no. I'm just like, now every time I go to sneeze, I'm going to be like holding my butt.
Just clench. But I think it like ripped out of his incision because he went in for surgery.
Oh, was that the case? I didn't. Honestly, I kind of just skimmed over it and I was like,
I just scared you.
I don't want to read more into this.
So I read through it and he just went in for an abdominal surgery, I think, because he had like cancer or something.
Oh.
And they finally cleared him. And so to celebrate, they went out for breakfast together.
Oh, no.
And then he coughed and sneezed at the same time and it ruptured his incision to where it just started spilling out. And so that's when they called like 911 and they're like able to like push it back in. But he was just back in the hospital for like 6 days afterwards.
That guy is traumatized for the rest of his life to ever sneeze.
I'm sure he's never going to go eat outside again and never going to be able to like sneeze properly.
Yeah, just not even eating out. Just anytime he feels a sneeze, he's going to be holding his nose and like trying to prevent that thing from coming out.
But it reminded me of a story that my 7th grade science teacher told us too, where we were learning like in biology. And it, to this day, scares the living shit out of me because this is going to be very TMI. But he was telling us how, I think he read this story about some dude who had to go to the bathroom like very urgently.
Okay.
And he like had to like shit so hard, but like he was constipated.
Oh.
And so he started like pushing.
Right.
And everything just started like dropping out of his asshole.
Oh, no.
Like he just shot his
No,
entire intestines and his asshole out. And that just frightens me so much.
No. How? How is that a thing?
I don't know.
See, I've heard that. I thought you were going to go somewhere different with that. Like, I've heard people on the bathroom not being able to go, and then they have an aneurysm in their head for pushing too hard, and then they die. Like, out of all the ways, that's not one way I want to be found dead. I don't want to be found on the toilet.
What's playing in my head is dumb ways to die.
Exactly.
No.
Like, out of all the ways to die, like, what is the worst? Like, not even worst. There's a ton of worse ways to die, but like, what would be the most embarrassing, do you think?
What would be the most stupidest way to die?
There used to be that show. I don't know if you've ever seen it, like 1,000 Ways to Die or something like that. It was on, I want to say Spike TV or maybe MTV.
I wouldn't know. I was banned from watching those channels.
Oh, okay.
I do remember a game called something about 1,000 Ways to Die or something.
So this show had pretty much these ridiculous like stories, like real life, but like they reenacted them. And just on top of that, there's some really bad ones. Like some ones I could specifically remember was, you know, those Top Golf things where it's like you're not actually golfing, you're hitting it against a screen and then it simulates where it's going.
Yeah, like a simulator. Yeah.
Like there's an employee behind one of those screens trying to get something, and a guy hit the ball and it like hit the guy behind the screen and killed him because of it.
No.
It's like, that's bad, but what do you think was like the most embarrassing? Where you're like, if I go, I don't want to go this way.
See, a lot of thoughts just popped into my head, but I don't know if they're real or they're just fake.
What do you mean?
Like I had stories, but I don't know how real they are. I'm just drawing a blank.
No, I mean you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Like
for me, shower.
Shower, yeah, I can see that.
I don't know why either, because like when you're dead, they're gonna see your naked body anyways. I think it's like something about being found naked. It's just like, don't find my body naked.
So whenever I do laundry, I always have this fear in me because of how little I am.
Of what?
Of going into my washing machine to take out all my clothes, but I have to like put myself into it to take everything out.
Okay.
My biggest fear is like I slip into it and like it closes on me to the point I can't like push it out because it's locked from the outside.
This is just like a whole Final Destination scenario you're describing right here.
I'm little.
It's like, now if there's ever a time where you're gonna like avoid death at some point, like you're supposed to get onto like a train or something and you don't, and then it derails and kills everyone, and then you're gonna be terrified to go near your washer at that point. Like, death is after me. I avoided death the first time. That's fine. That is definitely a weird one. I don't think I ever would have thought about that.
The washer.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I think it'd just be on the like going to the bathroom or like in the shower.
Yeah.
But I think it just comes down to like the whole nudity thing. But I don't know why finding a body nude would be embarrassing because they're gonna see you naked at the end of the day, anyways, when they have to cut you open or something.
I guess, yeah. Speaking of cutting open.
What are we cutting open?
So, dead whale washed up on an Oregon beach again.
Oh no, I saw this.
And the state parks had to be like, and don't worry, guys, we're not going to blow this one up again.
So I was very confused by this.
Mm.
And I saw all the headlines and stuff. And I think that's how we just get most of our news. Now we just read headlines and that's all we know. I was always under the impression that the whale blowing up was part of nature. Like,
Really?
when it's on the beach and the sun is cooking it for so long that the insides get cooked up and boil over and then just poof, it blows up. I never knew it was like humans actually blew up a whale.
Oh. But yeah, no, so it washed up and like the state parks people had to like reassure people that they're not going to blow it up because for those of you who don't know, back in 1970, there was a sperm whale that washed up on shore, and it was just rotting there for the longest time to the point where people had to, like, pressure their government or whatever to do something about it. And they started loading it up with dynamite, and they wanted to disintegrate it, was the intention. But they loaded this thing up with dynamite, and it exploded, and a shit ton of, like, whale carcass and blubber just started, like, splattering itself across the beach onto people who are watching, cars, like.
Oh no.
And I'm pretty sure we can find some pictures online. We'll put on the Instagram page with like a trigger warning, I guess. But then I guess they learned because then this time they were like, yeah, we're just gonna leave this one alone. It'll rot and it'll eventually go away. But people have been visiting it. Like, they're actually going up close to this dead whale. And now park rangers are, like, trying to stop people from doing it because where the whale is a protected species of bird nesting ground.
Oh.
And they're trying to, like, nest there. But birds can't nest when there's so many people just, like, terrorizing its living area.
just to see a whale. And we're close enough to this to where we probably could have driven down to see this.
I mean, I would have taken like 6 hours, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we could have made it a day trip out of it to go down and see it and then come back. But
oh yeah.
Stuff like that is just like you're walking on the beach. I would never expect to just see a whale on the beach.
Yeah, honestly. But then this article I was reading, it was like this became one of the first viral stories ever. So then that made me think, like, was there anything before that was like in its time viral?
What you just
like any viral story
of a whale?
Like or like the concept of virality.
Oh, geez. I wish I would know.
I don't know. Like,
you can go back to like the whole O.J. Simpson thing. Technically, that went viral.
But was that before 1970?
Before 1970. Oh,
yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not good with history in general.
I guess I'm good in history, but with stuff that we've already learned in school.
Oh, okay.
But that's just making me think of like the medieval times of like how parchment would like spread its way around and like just having that sort of medium, I guess, be viral.
Yeah, like it was viral back in the day. Like 10 people saw the thing. News is spreading.
You guys.
Sending out the carrier pigeons.
I mean, I guess you could do the same thing with the Titanic thing. That could have gone viral.
Oh, that's actually a good one. I think that would be the viral thing to happen. Because I think that was like news all around the world.
Mm-hmm. Crazy to think you'd get news from a newspaper and it would just take days for it to get viral, and now it just takes legit minutes.
Minutes? It's like seconds. Yeah.
Like seconds. Within an instant.
We're in the age now where it's like, if you're not constantly keeping up with everything, you're just lost on what's going on.
But then that's like, I guess it like also contributes to like brain rot too.
I mean, we were born with it.
Brain rot?
Yes. That's with the whole like doom scrolling.
I guess, yeah.
So this might be a stupid thing.
Hmm.
Why don't we get a bulldozer and just push the dead whale back into the ocean? Because there's not fish, but there are things in the ocean that eat dead things.
Yeah, like bottom feeders, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they feed off of. So just push it into the water until the current.
This is where you belong.
Yeah, go back home now.
Goodbye.
And like the current will, like the tide will pick it up and carry it, and then it will sink, and then things eat. Like why are we leaving this on the beach?
I guess. Biohazard, maybe?
I guess.
But it's the ocean.
And the ocean is literally right there. You can see where the ocean is.
Exactly. I'm sure at a certain point in depth, you'll find dead creatures. So why not just push it back in?
Exactly. That seems like the easiest solution here. Then you get all the tourists to go away. And then the birds can have their habitat back. And like it's a win-win for everything.
I want to do some research after we're done here.
Have you ever seen those videos of like a shark getting washed up on beach? And these people like crowd around it and pick it up and then carry it back to the water?
I think so, yeah.
That is just insanity of like, this team of people to pick up the shark. One person's like dumping water on the shark to keep it like alive. The irony of like if you were to put the shark into the water and then it turns around and takes someone with it.
Let's go.
Thank you. Now you're my snack.
One for the ride.
Fuck sharks.
You don't like sharks?
The ocean in general is just terrifying.
That is true.
But specifically sharks are terrifying. Like you have these sea tigers pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
That are just like, they can swim faster than you, then just in an instant you're done. No, thank you.
But there's lemon sharks, and I think they're docile enough.
I don't even know what a lemon shark looks like.
Or nurse sharks are pretty tame.
Are they? Well, then you have like the whale sharks.
Oh yeah, whale sharks are actually tame too, I think.
Yeah, they're just giant, but they don't actually hurt you.
Mm-hmm. I want to touch a whale shark.
You want to what?
I want to touch a whale shark.
Why?
Because they look cute.
Do you remember that story of the dude, the diver who got swallowed up by a whale?
I remember that. Guess we're repeating history with like biblical times.
That's what I think of with like this. Is like with a whale shark. It's like no, like I don't want to be in a whale's belly.
Wait, do you remember how he got out?
Out of the whale?
The guy out of the whale, yeah.
It just spit him out.
Oh, okay. Because I was totally imagining like Finding Nemo style, where the whale just blew it out of its blowhole. Like imagine just this dude getting spit out by its blowhole.
I remember when that happened, and we were looking at the dimensions of a blowhole to see like.
Really?
Yeah, you and I were both looking into it.
I don't remember this. The dimensions of a blowhole.
We were trying to see if we were, how big can a blowhole stretch open to? Like, can it fit a human out of it? It was one of those things of, because like whales typically eat small fish.
Right.
So whenever it grabbed a human and it tried to swallow and it noticed how big the human was, it spit him out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was like just this whole sensationalized story of a guy who got swallowed by a whale, but in theory he just went into a whale's mouth.
That makes sense.
But it's like, even that would be an insane,
terrifying,
just an insane scenario to be in. Like,
yeah.
What an icebreaker too. Yeah, I was in a whale's mouth. It's just one of those things of like with scuba and stuff. I've always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Just see the coral reefs and stuff, but the deep sea scuba diving is a no-go.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you. Which, a lanternfish, or whatever they're called.
The one with the...
When there's yeah, the
Aren't those like angular or
anglerfish?
Anglerfish?
Are they?
You're talking about the one from Finding Nemo, right? With the light bulb above its head.
With the teeth.
Yeah.
With those big chompers.
With the blur teeth and the digger on top of its head.
One of those washed up on shore not too long ago.
Wait, why? They're like a deep sea fish.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find this. But this was like a sort of news story I guess on Twitter. This might creep you out.
Oh no.
So these things, it's a deep sea anglerfish, and it washed up on Cannon Beach in Oregon.
Oh.
These things live 2,000 to 3,000 feet below sea level, and I guess they wanted to preserve it. Yeah.
That's crazy. It looks like a phantom. It's just not something that should be alive.
It's so crazy too, because we never really see things like this, and now to actually like find something and now actually looking at how these things look like that's crazy.
Yeah. It is. I remember as a kid always loving this fish specifically, like as terrifying as it looks. just the fact of like a fish with a light bulb on its head is just so cool to a kid.
So I'm guessing during Finding Nemo, you really liked that scene, huh?
Oh, I did, yes. And it's I've been trying to do this research as you were showing me that. Remember, you and I went to the aquarium here in Seattle.
Yes.
Do you remember the name of that really funny fish name that we saw?
Oh man. I just remember laughing so hard at it because of how ridiculous it was.
It wasn't even just us. Everyone who walked by was laughing at this poor little fish that was just trying to exist.
Did you find what it's called?
I'm trying so hard.
Let's see. They have a list of fish on their website.
Oh, do they? I really want to find the name of this.
I do. I want to find this too.
It was always in my head because I never forgot it. And then now that I need to think about it, I cannot think.
Was it a fish?
Yeah. Remember, it's that little tiny little ball of a fish that like kind of looked like a rock kind of. And it had little tiny little fins that it was trying so hard to just swim around.
It's going to bug me so much. We'll have to find it out offline, and we'll put it on the Instagram if we find it.
That's frustrating. I really want to know what the name of this thing was.
I know, me too.
And the funniest part about this is one, it looks cute.
Yeah, like it had like this really cute little baby
like a pudgy face.
Yeah.
But it's like a ball, and it had these super teeny tiny fins that it was just flapping nonstop trying to move around. And it's just had the most ridiculous name that literally every single person who walked by was laughing at it when they saw the name and then they saw the fish. It's got like that one fish, the bony-eared ass fish.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, wow. Scientists, whoever named that was really angry that day.
Did give this poor fish a chance. I imagine calling them and just asking them, what's that really one weird fish called? That'd be so funny.
Oh, that'd be so cool if we could do that. So you have this fish. It's like over in this one area and it has a funny name. What is that?
I can't find it.
I don't know. I can't find it. Like I'm trying so hard to think of like key words of the name.
Yeah.
And even that is slipping my mind. But it's like two really long words. That's frustrating. Well, I mean, okay, so we might have an update for next episode if we can find this.
Yes.
But
anyways.
Oh, wait.
Did you find it?
Wait. I think I got it. Hold on. This might be it. I want to verify. Okay, I found kind of... This name isn't as long, but this is the fish.
Did you find it?
I did. I went onto this one site. Here, I'm going to get the picture.
I was going to say, send it.
So what this fish is...
Yeah, that one.
So it's a Pacific spiny lump sucker.
Oh.
It's so adorable, like in a creepy alien way.
It just looks so confused.
It's just like, I don't know what's going on in life right now.
It looks like me when I first wake up in the morning. What's going on?
Like, what an unfortunate name for a fish.
Yeah, really.
Especially one that looks like that. So yeah, that was a huge investigative. That's the word. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've noticed that I'm just losing my grammar the older I get. I'm just making up words.
You're not good with words.
I don't know if it's just that I don't care anymore or what. I'm just like, I'm gonna make up this word. People are gonna know what I mean, and I'm gonna move on with my life.
You can figure it out. That's like with me and texting. Like, I'll have so many typos, but I don't fix them.
My favorite thing in the world lately has been tired Kaniz sending texts. It is like a investigative, like detective puzzle that I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, you said you'd like puzzle games, so I'm giving you one last puzzle before you go to bed.
You just did one not too long ago where you threw in, what was it? Was it the letter V with the 2 dots above it or something?
It was the Y with a little like carrot on top.
The Y.
What language even is that from?
Just without, and it wasn't like next to words. It was like space, 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 space. Y with a carrot, space, 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 space. Like you purposely like separated that from the rest of what you were typing. And needless to say, like the rest of the text was incomprehensible.
Incoherent.
What are you doing in your sleep to type these things?
I just go to bed, put it down, go to bed.
Yeah, you're trying, but
I know you're trying.
let's go ahead and pull it back a little bit. Oh boy. Speaking of like crazy things, did you see that Nick Cannon got insurance on his balls?
On his balls? Yup, I saw that.
What world are we living in right now?
I saw that. I was reading through it and I was like, what other shit do celebrities do just because they have the means to do it?
Oh, 100%.
But this whole Nick Cannon thing, like, he insured his balls for $10 million from a soap company that's a Dr. Squatch.
Yep.
They insured his balls for $10 million, and he was like, now I have the most valuable balls in the world.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so they do say that Dr. Squatch is not an insurance company. They do say that, but...
Right. There's a disclaimer for that, yeah.
It's frustrating how, like... And you know this marketing is going to work. People are going to be buying it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, I was always on the fence about Dr. Squatch. Just because, like, their branding seems too, like... Hey, we're cool guys just like you. You should buy our soap. It's like, it always felt off with me. And now with this, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. I'm not even going to bother buying this soap.
So if you've been living under a rock, Nick Cannon has 12 kids, I think, right?
Yep. To how many women, though? It's not like...
I think it's like 5 or 6.
Oh my god.
So the most famous one was Mariah Carey. We all know that. I think he has 2 kids with her. And then like some other models or whatever. But recently, he was like, I want to offer my kids the opportunity to meet me on Father's Day. This dude really just said, hey guys, let's have a meet and greet. You can come see me. Let's go.
Do you want me to sign some shit for you? Or like, hey, if you have the money, I guess, yeah, I'm sure you're paying a ton for child support.
I guess, yeah. But he was like, the reason I'm doing this is because they'll give me gifts and stuff.
Who's giving gifts?
The kids to their dad on Father's Day.
I don't even have words for that.
But I remember, like, it's been bugging me ever since I've seen, like, Nick Cannon's name. I'm like, wasn't this the guy on America's Got Talent?
Was he? Oh, he did do hosting.
Like, the backstage stuff.
Yeah. I know him from Drumline, the movie.
Okay, movie. I mean, sure.
True, yeah, you haven't seen anything. But
I'm not a movie person.
But, no, there's a movie about, like, a drumming band.
Okay.
That's the earliest I know of him from, but there's also a show on MTV, I think, called Wild and Out, which was like an improv rap show.
Okay.
And I think that's still going on to this day, and he hosts that. So that's primarily what he's doing.
Okay.
Most notably, I remember... Actually, I should look this up before I actually say this.
Fact check.
I don't want to get this wrong. Okay, yeah. So, did you hear about the whole Nick Cannon Eminem feud?
No.
This was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay. I think that's when I stopped caring about anything.
That's when it was all downhill. You gave up on caring about anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is this the stupidest shit? Actually, was this around the time of Machine Gun Kelly? Okay, yeah. So Machine Gun Kelly did his diss in like 5 years ago. You've heard that one, right?
Right. Sure.
Does sure mean yes or no?
I don't remember.
It was the whole thing of like Machine Gun Kelly was taking shots at Eminem, so then Eminem came back at him.
Oh, yeah.
So then shortly after that, I guess Nick Cannon was like, "Hey, I can do that too."
Hey guys.
So he did this like whole rap thing, and it was this one diss. No one cared about it. No one paid attention. Eminem didn't even acknowledge the fact that it existed.
I think I do remember that because that part of it went viral.
Yeah, and then so Nick Cannon put out a second one. No one cared. No one knew. I think he did like 7. He was doing one a day, just putting out these disses to Eminem, so that he can reply back to him. And Eminem's like, I have more important things to do than bother with you. And I think he just stopped. I'm like, I would love if he's on like rap diss number 652. Like, just have you ever seen those things of like typing or sliding into so-and-so's DMs until they finally acknowledge me? Have you ever seen that?
I guess, yeah.
So that's what this is doing. He's like, please pay attention to me, Eminem. I want attention.
See, if he wanted attention, he could have just gone for his daughter.
Who? What?
Eminem's daughter. If he wanted some sort of like attention for it.
I don't even think that works anymore.
Well, not anymore, but like I know back in the day it did. Because that got a lot of people canceled.
Oh, way back in the day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that Machine Gun Kelly even tried that tactic too, and it didn't work. He doesn't care anymore.
It's funny because now with his newest release, he disses his own kids.
Oh, really?
Pretty much.
Wait, kids? He has more than one?
I think so, yeah.
I did not know that. Imagine being Haley.
Right?
Like, you're so famous for just being in a song.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you did. Like, Haley was such a target for other rappers.
Right?
And Eminem fought to the death for Haley. Like, that's what you're known for. You're being like, you were used as ammunition from both sides.
First of all, well, I guess second of all, but first of all, congratulations to her because she got married.
I was leading up to that part of like, how scary would it be to be her boyfriend?
No.
I would almost like nope out of that situation just because I'm like, I'm terrified to even go further with this. You're a great girl, but I don't want to have like songs written about me because of this.
I love you. I'm scared of your dad.
Exactly. Like that is peak like being afraid of someone's dad.
I guess, yeah.
Unless like your dad is like The Rock or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like I can only imagine like meeting a girl, going home and like The Rock comes in to meet me. I'd be like, oh my god.
Nope, I'm sorry.
Sorry, this can't happen.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry for even thinking about dating your daughter. She is an angel and I never even thought about touching her. It's the weirdest thing. I wonder how like people like that even, how does that guy even meet Haley? Or does she lie about who she is?
I don't know. I imagine you would just keep it to yourself until at least you're like either official or like to the point where you're almost getting married or like it's time to like introduce your partner to the parents.
Yeah, but I mean like do you have a alias as a last name?
Or is it one of those things of like you don't even reveal your last name?
Exactly. Like or like when she goes to school or something. Is it like Eminem? Because it has to be a private school. There's no way she's going to a public school.
It has to be, yeah. No way.
But is it like, does he have a deal with the school of, hey, her name on all the reporting and stuff isn't going to be Mathers, it's going to be something else?
Or like her middle name or like the mom's name.
Yeah, because I feel like anyone who would even hear Haley Mathers, they're like, wait a minute.
That's like instantly.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
There has to be so many security like protocols that go on just for her.
I guess so, yeah. See, at that point, I imagine like Eminem just having like some sort of thing of like only these select people are allowed to like take her out of school or like know that she's supposed to be here.
But I would imagine that's like every single celebrity's child.
Exactly. Like how I don't know, because like that's so interesting to me of like being a celebrity's child.
Yeah, being born into a world where life is easy for you. It's like being born into easy mode.
Sims easy mode.
More or less, is like there's a person I saw that he made a great example of this of like when we're born with the random character selector thing checked, which is true. I mean, when we're born, we're not deciding where we're born, who we're born to, where we're born.
Exactly, yeah.
Boy, do those people who get born to the celebrities.
You motherfuckers.
They rolled those dice and they got that lucky land. The RNG was on their side for that one.
Meanwhile, we got steak eyes.
I mean, but also, like, aside from it being easy mode, I cannot imagine it being fun of like not being able to experience normal stuff because of who you are.
Right. Yeah. I guess that's like one downside too. Like you can't really like go out with your friends and whatnot and experience like a normal school life or a childhood even.
And even if you do, it's like you have to have like your own secret service around you and like this little 5-year-old girl with her own.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Speaking of, I found this out, and this is just gonna out me as how stupid I am. Not even stupid. I think just how out of touch.
If the sneezing story and the spelling word story hasn't let you guys know of this person.
Wait, what's the spelling word story?
Not story, but like how you will make up words and have the other person try to figure out what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, this is embarrassing to even talk about.
Do it.
I just found out yesterday
Uh-oh.
that Northwest was a girl.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah. Dude, does it not sound like, is North not more of a male name?
I could see that, yeah.
And that's what like I've always heard. Oh, Northwest. First of all, stupid name. I'm sorry.
It is.
Sorry, kid.
All the Kardashians' kids' names are very stupid.
They are. I don't know any of them, but I'll agree with you because it's just it goes on point.
It's like I think there's like Stormy and like Chicago and shit like that.
We were talking the other day about how you can tell a Gen Z name because of how it's spelled. I think you can tell a celebrity's kid based on just what their first name is. It's like, oh, this is Pajama. It's like, oh yeah, you're some celebrity's kid.
Which, going back to that article for Nick Cannon, this one article listed out their kid or his kids' names, and I was reading through it, and I'm like, this makes sense. This makes so much sense.
Do you know what they are?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think one of them is like beautiful something. I'm like, buddy.
We don't need to be that unique.
Please stop.
Okay, I'm trying to find a list right now. Okay, so, oh yeah, we're gonna go into this deep now. So we have mom number 1, which is Mariah Carey.
Mariah.
Yeah. I feel like this podcast is doubting me on a lot of stuff.
Boomer. This is like a vault. This is Pandora's box here.
This really is. I'm now regretting this podcast.
You're just outing yourself all over here.
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
So they have twins with Monroe and Moroccan.
Yes.
Moroccan as a kid's name. That is the worst thing.
Rocco for short.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, you're on top of this. You're good.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Then we have Brittany Bell, which is a model.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to read off the kids' names?
Oh boy. So, okay. The first is Golden, and then second is Rise. This person really loves sunrises.
So, Golden Sagan, Powerful Queen, and Rise Messiah.
Yeah, this
reminds me of like The Sims. Or like one of those games where like you just like are spawned into the game with some sort of like computer generated name.
What is it with like them wanting to be so unique?
I don't know.
Maybe they do go to Sims and they just do randomize and whatever comes up, that's what they use. Like, so the next one, Onyx Ice Cool.
With, yeah, I mean, Pokemon?
That's what I'm thinking too.
Is this person's sibling gonna be Steelix?
But like, you got to think of the
Steelix would be a cool name, though.
Steelix. No, you're not a celebrity at Knees. We do not need to be naming kids that.
Damn it.
But like, even with the last name Cole, why would you have the middle name Ice? You're just setting them up to be Andre 3000 meme.
But with some lady named Abby De La Rosa, they have twins Zion Mixolydian, which just sounds like a drug at this point. You just go to like fucking pharmaceutical company and just say, I want that name for my kid. This just sounds like minoxidil, which is like a freaking like hair regrowth cream for people who are balding.
I wonder if like she just picked up her vitamin bottle or something and saw this Mixolydian. And was like, oh, that's a great middle name.
Cool. Ooh, I love that. And then Zillionaire.
Yeah, so Zillionaire.
And then Beautiful Zeppelin.
Zillionaire. Okay, on the pleasant. Zillionaire, she can be a rapper.
Zillionaire.
She has her future set out for her on that one.
Yeah, you already have the name.
Zion Mixolydian, he's gonna be a chemist. He's gonna be making drugs.
There you go. You have a druggie, you have a rapper, and then I guess with Beautiful Zeppelin, there's your OnlyFans model. All set.
So then, like later, there's Halo Marie. That's getting closer to normal.
I guess, yeah. At least you have Marie.
You have a normal middle name. Who else do we have? We have Legendary Love. That's not real.
Mm-hmm.
That is not real. I refuse to believe. Like, Beautiful Zeppelin, that's ridiculous. Legendary Love.
I'm going to be name dropping here. I remember I had a class because I did Running Start. And so I was in this college Spanish class because I needed to fulfill my language arts credits or whatever for high school. And I sat next to this girl, and her name was Lavencia.
That's a pretty cool name.
But she's like, yeah, I go by Love.
Okay. I get that, though.
But then I'm like, okay, yeah, I get that. Because you're just shortening the name. It's a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
But then with this, it's like taking that to the next level.
Do you just shorten Legendary to Leg?
Leg. Hey, Leg.
Is Leg coming?
Hey, Dairy. What's up, Milk?
This is ridiculous. I refuse to believe it.
I love this. This needs to go on our Instagram.
Just why? What goes on in their heads to make them think that they need to be so unique?
You know what I want to blah 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 again. What the fuck?
Every episode, you can't get through a sentence.
Every single time, I can't do this.
Your brain gets stuck on these loops every episode.
Blah, 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 blah. But what do you want to?
Whoa, we can't.
You can't say words. I can't talk.
Apparently, like. I'm just stupid, but you can't get through sentences.
What is that supposed to mean? I'm stupider?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Okay, take 3. Let's try this again.
I find it hilarious how we went from fish to Nick Cannon's names. Kids' names.
Yeah. Do you remember the through line to that? I don't remember.
I don't. No. I really don't. What were we even talking about before this?
I don't even know. I don't know where it started. Even when we're done with this, I'm going to finish this up and I'm going to be like, wait, what did we even talk about? Because we did learn about the lump sucker.
We did.
We now have... I feel like there was more to that name. There's something else in front of lump sucker.
I don't know.
Like, I think it was like a scientific name in front of it, but it was something lump sucker. But we're going to have an image of it up on our Instagram, so you can check that out.
Yeah, our podcast name is very fitting at this point. So I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for Lumpsucker. I'm going to send you something. Doesn't this remind you of when you were a kid and you put olives on your fingers?
That is not the picture I was expecting you to send.
Like, did you do that as a kid?
I don't like olives, so no.
Oh, really?
I did that with what were those
Bugles.
bugles? That's what I was thinking of. Yet.
I did those too, and then you just like eat it off your hand.
Yeah, I've seen people do this. I've never.
I'm on the Google Images page, and seeing like black olives is giving me, what's that fear of holes? Trypophobia?
Yeah.
That's giving me that.
You know, it'd be very evil if you take black olives and mix them in a bowl with grapes and give them to people.
Imagine going to like a house party of somebody you don't like and bringing like a fruit salad, but instead of grapes, it's olives.
Like looking at this picture with the olives on the fingers, I'm like, these just look like black grapes. All right, well, we've been all over the place. There's stuff we didn't even get to.
That was a fun adventure. Again, obviously there's stuff that we never will get to.
Oh, yeah. We just have a whole list of stuff.
I still have stuff from last week.
Oh, I forgot you had this whole thing you wanted to do.
Next episode, we will begin with that.
We'll have to we have to start with that and see if we can stay on topic with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess, if you'd like that and you want to hear what this thing is that we forgot to do this week, because I don't even know what it is. So tune in next week. But in the meantime, be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, do all the social stuff that you would typically do. Go follow our socials over at Intersint Pod. That's for everything. And we will see you next week.
Bye.